What is up, pups? Wolfie here. I'm gonna be doing streaming for Heir of Light, a Android, and I believe it's also an iOS game. It takes a lot of its art from other games I've noticed. Like there are references to uh, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, stuff like that, which I find very interesting. The game is very dark, and sometimes it seems like the translations are slightly off, but other than that, it's a very great game so far. I've only played the beginning of it, and I wanted to share it with you guys as I continue playing it. So I'm going to be doing either a mini live series for it, because for the game, it's easier to for mobile games, it seems easier to stream than record at the moment based on my memory. So I still don't know how to get rid of that thing. So I'm going to go ahead and look at the collections real quick and show you guys what I'm talking about. And it talks about references to other games. I will say one of the characters that looks cool so far is Zeta. Both for all his elemental versions. And he seems to have really decent stats as well as abilities. And one thing I will say that as you switch elements, the classes of the people that you or sometimes the classes can switch for those heroes because their abilities differ. So one of the references to Bloodborne I saw was Hearn. And he looks like a very Bloodborne character. He's got bandages over his eyes. He looks like a beast. Just completely ridiculous. And again, it reminds me a lot of Bloodborne when I look at him. And the one obvious reference that I see to Dark Souls is this character, Enoch. He looks so much like Artorias. It's not even funny. Between the lunging movements, the fact that it's a cursed... he's like a corpse, pretty much. I mean, he's dual-wielding, which is different, but I know some of his moves even look similar to what Artorias did, so... It's cool to see some things like this. I mean, I know some people talk about copyright and all that shit, but I like it. I personally like it. And it adds a really cool feel to it. And it makes me just want to get that character even more just because. The Usher. This character reminds me a lot of the character in Bloodborne that runs the church that wants you to rescue people. So we're talking about different classes changing with the elements. Is Torhino, I have her as water, so she's a healer here. I also have her here as a tank. So, like, the biggest difference is this one generates threat, and this one will heal like just the user, whereas with this one, just does water damage, and this one heals all allies. So that's where she becomes a healer and a support class. So it's interesting to see that. So one of the things about this game is you choose a main hero, which is like your leader. And it gives you the choice between warrior, archer, healer to begin with. And then the light hero, Ophelia, and Ishmael. Those ones you can unlock later. Through different quests, through the elemental quests. My goal is to get Ishmael, so that way my main character can be a tank, whereas I can focus on just the attack, just damaging and support characters for the others. But as of this moment, I start off with Syed. Okay, he says the G is silent, so I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and showcase one of the battles. I did get some gems, so actually I am going to do a summon. This is... What's in this pack, I wonder? This gives you 11 summon stones. Enhance. I'm almost there to that package, so I'm just gonna save up for that. So I'm gonna do world map. I'm not strong enough for that. I'm gonna go here. And I've got my team picked out. Now, the interesting thing about this game is when you battle, it's like... I can't say the music to this game is great. I will showcase it another time. Yes, that is a talking book. So it's like a boss. I mean, the whole thing is like a dungeon run. Or dungeon raid. And like, you just fight the boss at the end. So it's about how well your characters can do against that boss. And each boss creature seems to have its own sticks. Like one character can summon others and stuff. But I'm gonna go ahead and do a few more battles, and you guys will be able to see some stuff. I'm gonna cut the commentary. I am still trying to get little one back to sleep. She is very tired. what's up? Alright, so what you missed earlier was at the beginning of the stream I talked about the references that are hidden in this, not really hidden, but in this game to other games, such as Dark Souls and Bloodborne and stuff. So if I go over to the collection, I can show you. In the collection, like with some other games of this type, you have different elements for all the same characters, and those elements can change the classes of different people. One of the ones I thought looked pretty badass was Zeta, and he's an attacker no matter which element you have him as. But one of the references to Bloodborne I noticed was Hearn. And you can tell it has very obvious tones to Bloodborne. The bandages over the eyes, the antlers, the beast-like appearance, things like that. Yeah, waifu wars. And then another reference to Dark Souls I noticed was this character that looks just like fucking Artorias. Yeah, except for he's dual wielding. I mean, he's a corpse. He's even got the lunging motions, everything like that. I mean, this character has obvious references to those games and references to other things, which is really cool. It's nice. I know a lot of people say copyright and shit and how it's bad, but this just makes me want the characters even more. Their skills are awesome. His animations are awesome. His growth rate. These characters' growth rates aren't that bad. I have looked. One of the things I did, Enoch. He's more like the Abyss. Yeah. One of the things I was talking about with different elements changing classes. With this one, it's a tank. She generates threat with her abilities as well as heals herself. But since I have her as water as well, her abilities do water damage as well as heals the group. So far this game has been really interesting. Oh, I forgot. Collection. This game has been really interesting. You choose a basic summoner, quote-unquote leader of your group, and you can choose between a warrior, archer, or healer. And then through quests later, you can unlock the paladin, and then you can unlock the Dark Knight, which is a tank and a defender. She's like a hybrid healer and damager, and he's a tank. I want to unlock Ishmael myself, just because I feel like having myself as a tank would be more beneficial, because then I can focus on just attack, damage type characters and support characters. Leader skills, yeah. Right now I got Syed. He says the G is silent when he does his introduction. But I chose him. He does a lot of damage abilities, so I'm focusing on damage for now, equipping him with runes that do lifesteal and damage. I am going to cut the commentary. I'm going to show you some more combat. Yeah, he does look badass. And then when you see his introduction into a mission, you'll see why he is also even more badass. But this game is more like Dungeon Raid. It's got great music and stuff like that. I can't showcase the music because the recording only goes through the microphone. So until I can turn the volume up, it doesn't do it. From what I understand, anyway. Level 11, 12, 11, 12, 15, 16. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and continue this mission. The story missions for now. And the game is like a big boss, like the PvE battles are like boss runs. They get to summon minions to attack you, things like that. They have monuments for support and stuff. But it's like a big boss battle. and cut the commentary. She's almost asleep. Alright guys, that's it for this episode. I'm going to be doing this as a mini live stream series, and hopefully you guys will join me in the next one. I am going to be switching games here soon, either with the live stream, or I'm also going to be starting a Dark Souls 2 series with heir soon. So hopefully you guys will join me for that. But check out this video, subscribe for more. I do videos daily, streams daily for now, as well as my wife Jaggy is also going to be doing streams for Soma, and we're both going to be doing videos for Salt and Sanctuary. So hopefully you guys stay tuned, hopefully you enjoy, and let me know what you think about the videos and anything I can do better in the comments below. And as always, your support is greatly appreciated. I will be having a Patreon sub soon. The donations page I had before had some technical troubles, and I appreciate everyone who helped donate and helped support my content. It definitely helps, and it definitely helped out previously. I was able to get diapers because of it, so I'm very thankful to everyone and very thankful to you guys. So I hope for your continued support. I'll see you next time.